Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, hi, my name is Vivian and today I will be sharing with you 5 signs that you have finally unlocked your feminine energy. I know this is not a regular vlog, which I usually come up with every 2 weeks, but I decided to come out here and just make a list of all the things that are happening to me right now, because this is something I'm actually experiencing in my personal life. Some of you might already have experienced this or might be experiencing this, or some of you are yet to experience this. But whatever the case is, I highly suggest that you save this vlog just for the future and assure yourself that you're not going crazy, and this is actually you just knowing your power as a woman. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So, the very first sign that you have finally unlocked your feminine energy and you are more attractive than you think is that everyone still stares at you. It doesn't matter if you're old or young, male or female, like the list would just go on. Every single person like still stares at you, and it's weird because even when you catch them in the act, they're still like dazed. Like it's a weird feeling. Like I honestly cannot explain it, but like you're looked at a lot, which if you're not someone who's comfortable with like people staring at you, then I don't know, it might feel a bit weird and you might feel really bothered. But I feel like I have kind of gotten used to it because it's become way too much. And at first it bothered me because then I'd be like, is there something going on? Is there something wrong with my hair? Is there something in my face? Is there something that I'm wearing that's inappropriate? Or is there something that I'm doing that is wrong? Or, like I would just have like a million questions like just running through my head. But the truth is there's nothing, because eventually, like if you did get to talk to that person or talk to a couple of people who like kind of engage in like the staring and stuff, like they literally just tell you you look good, or like they compliment you. Like it all depends on who, right? And it kind of feels nice in a way, and somehow it kind of, I don't know, it kind of feels nice, and it could be very overwhelming too. Like if you're not someone who's used to a lot of stairs, then it probably might make you really uncomfortable. But at this point, at where I am at, like I don't care, and like honestly, it feels nice that people actually even stare at you. So that's a thing that you could actually kind of use to your advantage. Like it all depends, not in a bad way, but it actually means that you look good and people appreciate the way you look, and people appreciate just looking at you, because I don't know, there probably might be something that is there that they're staring at, which I kind of cannot kind of wrap my hand around. But like I feel like it can be a positive thing, like if we wanted to look at it in that way. And it is just one of the signs to know that you are very attractive, and like you have like literally embraced your feminine energy. It's either with something that you're doing, how you're dressing, how you look, how you wear your hair, or how you talk, how you walk into a room, how like your aura, like your feminine aura is just really out there. And it's really giving people a reason to stare. So you should be happy about that. I wouldn't think it's a bad thing, but yeah, if you're currently experiencing that right now, I feel like you should embrace it and just have fun with it. Like literally. The second sign that you have finally unlocked your feminine energy and you are more attractive than you think is you appear to be very intimidating. And by this, I don't mean it in a bad way, but I think based on the way you look, or the way you're dressed, or the way you appear to certain people, they perceive you as very intimidating. Even though you might be the coolest person in the room, or the most friendliest, or the most funny, or whatever the case may be, everyone just thinks, oh, she's gonna be rude. Like if I approached her, she would snap. Like, you know, like they make assumptions of you even without talking to you first, which I think is a really bad thing. Because for all you know, a person might appear intimidating or like really frowned up, or I don't know, but they are like the sweetest person ever. So it's something that you would notice a lot, that people would stare at you, they would want to talk to you, they would want to start up a conversation and stuff like that, but they're just like really intimidated. They don't know how it will come off or how it will come across, and that is not something to do with you, because I don't think that's a you problem. I would just think it's a them problem, because I don't judge a person without talking to them first. Like, I wouldn't just be like, oh, her face is squizzed up, or he doesn't talk too much, so I can't talk to him because he probably might not talk back. I haven't done it, so why would I think that you would not reciprocate, like, you know, the gesture? So it's weird that people would actually see you as intimidating, but it's not you, it's the way you come off. So if this is currently happening to you right now, embrace it, because it's not a bad thing. I just feel like if anyone had a problem approaching you, or you know, saying something to you, or talking to you, or like having a conversation, generally it was based on them and not you, because you being intimidated, it's not a you problem. Like, you're just being who you are, and someone else is like feeling like, I don't know, awkward around you. I don't think that's a you problem. So this is another sign to know that you have unlocked your feminine energy, and you're working, like you're literally walking in your power. You know who you are, and you're not afraid to flaunt it. Like, it might be based on the way you talk, the way you come off, the way you put yourself together, and all of that is just a really beautiful. I think that's really amazing that you already know. Like, most people don't know who they are. Most people are scared to just be themselves, just because they don't want to either offend someone, or they don't want to, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but if you're feeling like you intimidate people, especially in a group of people, it could be like at work, it could be anywhere, like in a social gathering generally. If you feel like people get intimidated just by talking to you, then that's not your problem. And this is another sign to know that you have unlocked your feminine energy, and you're very attractive. And that could be a reason why some of these things might be happening right now. So, yeah. That is the number 2 reason why, or that is the number 2 sign that you should be able to notice if you have unlocked your feminine energy. The third sign that you have unlocked your feminine energy, that you know your power and you are more attractive than you think, is in a crowd of people, you command attention. I say this like with love. Like, in a crowd of people, you command attention. Like, it's like you need to like read through what I just said now, because it's not a joke. Not everyone has the power to do that. So if this is currently happening, like, I used to think it's a bad thing. Like, when I would talk, like at work, I did work in a place where there were like obviously a group of people always like together every single day. Like, you get to see them most of the time, and literally when I would speak or open my mouth to talk, everyone's just quiet, and everyone looks at me like dazed. Like, it's like I'm like, what did I say? Like, in my head I'm like, okay, you need to shut up and never talk again. Like, you need to not contribute to, you know. But again, I asked what did I didn't say anything wrong. There has to be a reason why, like, I'm being looked at like that, you know. And then these are the things that, like, not that I was searching for it, but it kind of tends to happen a lot. Like it kind of started happening to me a lot. That when I did talk, like especially like in a crowd of people, like people would just be quiet and like stare at me, like literally be like attentive just to hear like everything that I had to say, and basically like at work, I didn't think I could like honestly like talk and stuff, or I challenged myself to do that. And it's just weird, like, there was like, a lot of kind of like attention to like what I had to contribute, what I had to say, if it would make sense and stuff like that. So if that is currently happening to you right now, it doesn't matter if it's at work, if it's a committee that you're in, if it's a meeting or board of whatever, if that is currently happening, it just means that it's a good thing. I literally feel like it's brilliant. For you to command that much attention, you must be making a lot of sense. So like, and you must have like like a ton of stuffs to contribute that actually makes sense. Because nobody will be silent and just listen to you just for you to have like 10 to 15 minutes of their time or even more. So I think it's a good thing. I think you should wear it with courage, and you should walk with confidence. Like if that's currently happening, you should do that a lot. You should be able to talk and express yourself and contribute if it's a gathering where it needs like you need like they need your opinion on certain stuff. Like you should be able to do that confidently without feeling the need to shy away or feel like you're being judged or you've been looked at like in a kind of way that you kind of are not used to. I definitely feel like it's a good thing, and you should embrace it way more than you are doing right now. So this fourth one is kind of going to shock you. The fourth sign that you have unlocked your feminine energy and you are walking in your power is that females hardly compliment you. Females would hardly compliment you. Doesn't matter if you're wearing like you're the best dressed, or you have your hair down all the time, it smells like lavender, or you smell rich, or you smell like confidence, or you smell I don't know, but females would hardly compliment you. I don't know why, because if you asked me, I honestly don't. But the male figures will, which is kind of nice, They would tell you, oh, you look nice. They would compliment, your outfit. They would, not that the females will never compliment you. They do, but I feel like they don't do it as much because they feel like it's gonna get into your head. Say, you were kind of in a group of, you had like a group of activities that you had to do, maybe like a social gathering. I don't know what. I'm just making an instance, and you had a bunch of female friends there, and you'd see them like every day, and you come in today and you're like, oh, Vivian, you look nice. Oh, I like your hair, whatever. And you come in the next day and you're just like, okay, you look good again. Like, why do I have to say that to you? You already know. So I guess that's where that comes in. Oh, they say it the second day, and then the third day is like, well, you already know. Like, why should I have to tell you? I don't know why this happens, because like, I on my own, I give people compliments, even strangers, like at the mall, on the road, like at the grocery store. It's weird, but it's something that I notice a lot, that females would never, or would find it really hard to compliment you. But the male figures will compliment you, like, they could compliment you every day if need be. Like, they could do that on a daily, and they won't have a problem with it. They would not see it as, oh, she thinks I'm trying to get with her, or things like that. And it's weird, because I feel like females should be able to compliment each other and, like raise each other up. But that's not what tends to happen. But in any case, another point I was gonna like just throw into this is that teenagers, they literally want to be around you. Female teenagers, not teenagers in the sense that they're like 18, 19, 20, like early 20s, and the rest of them. They want to be around you. They want to kind of mirror you. They would ask you like the things that you'd like, and you'd find that some certain behaviors they would kind of emulate, and you would kind of start seeing them like pop up in like most of their behaviors, which is nice. So say you wore your hair this way on the side, and you might come in the next day and you would see one of the people who really like to talk to you or mirror you or whatever have their hair done the same way or have their nails or painted the same way. It's just really weird, but like it's a good thing if you did have people like wanting to know what perfume you have on and wanting to know what brand just so they can get them for themselves. It means like they admire you, they admire how you look, they admire, what you're wearing and stuff like that, and they wouldn't mind, having stuff like that like on them because they feel like it looks good on you. It should look good on them as well. And so I think it's a good thing just for the younger generation. Like I feel like you should be able to, there should be someone or there should be people you look up to, like you admire and you kind of want to be like, not particularly be like them, like everything they do. You should have your own style, but at the same time, there are things you should like or admire about people and kind of like incorporate that like in your own lifestyle as well. So yeah, that is the fourth sign that the females hardly will compliment you, but you will get literally a lot of compliments from the male figures, younger, older, mid-age, whatever you want. Like, yeah, you would get all of that from the male figures, but you would hardly get tangible and like sincere compliments from the female figures. But not to worry, like that's not even a big deal, because if you already know who you are, compliments do not affirm that you're good looking or that you're attractive or whatever. It just, you already know that you are these things and you don't need compliments to feed you or to boost any, like you're not trying to prove yourself to anyone. So what anyone has to say wouldn't validate you because you already know who you are. Before you leave your house in the morning or whatever time you do, you know that you look good, that you're well put together, and so you already know it. And someone else's opinion about you or compliments or whatever is just like an adage. It feels nice, but it's not there to validate who you are. So yeah, knowing that you are not given a lot of compliments by females, it's another way to know that you have finally unlocked your feminine energy and you are walking in your power. Sign that you have unlocked your feminine energy and you are walking in your power is that you do not stutter when you speak, but you speak soft and with a lot of confidence. By this I mean when you talk, you're pretty much not talking to be loud, like you're not loud or anything, like you're a proper woman. You don't stutter, like you're not like you don't know what to say or put your words together. Like you know what you're talking about and you say it with a whole lot of confidence. And I think this tends to happen a lot at a work function or a work gathering where you had to talk with a bunch of people listening. You tend to do that gracefully with a lot of confidence, and you do it very soft, like a female who knows her confidence, who knows her power, and you do not stutter, like you're not stuttering when you're speaking, and you're speaking like soft enough but loud so people can hear you. And that is one of the amazing It's not just a sign to know that you've unlocked your feminine energy. It's actually a beautiful thing for you to be able to, like, a lot of people cannot talk in public. A lot of people get like stage frights. A lot of people get shamed. A lot of people would not put themselves out there to do something like that, or to even talk, because not that they won't make sense, they just fear. It's just a phobia. Like, I don't know, it's a fear of everyone listening to what they have to say, even though they know they're gonna smash it, like they're gonna kill it, but they're just so scared of what other people think of them, which is like the first step of stepping away from not having confidence. Like, if you do not have confidence, that would be part of the signs that you show, like not being able to talk in presence of people, shying away, staying way at the back just so nobody sees you, nobody hears you, nobody knows that you're around. And I don't think that's a good thing, because the only way you would, know like who you are is if you were able to come out there and speak and be confident in what you had to say and render it and, kill it, and that's it. You don't need anyone to validate like who you are, what you're saying, as long as you're making sense and everyone around you can understand what you're saying. So yeah, that is the last sign to actually know. I could go on, like I could literally go on and on and on and tell you guys like everything that it's currently happening to me. But these are the most I won't say random, because they happen quite a lot. So like, these are the things that I have really noticed, and I just thought to bring it to your attention, or to bring it out here and share it with you guys, because I know that like a lot of people might actually be experiencing this, like a whole lot of females, and some others might not have experienced this just because they haven't realized who they are, and while others are kind of still, like, finding themselves. So it's good to save this vlog, just so in the future, if you tend to notice a bit of these things like popping up in your life, and you can always refer back to this, and see that you're not going crazy, and it is just life happening to you, like literally. So yeah, this is the fifth sign that you have finally locked your feminine energy, and you are gracefully walking in your power. And to know your power is to know who you are. Like, once you find out the things that no one can take away from you, which is like your confidence, who you are, how like people perceive you is none of your business. How you perceive yourself should be everything that matters to you. You know who you are, you walk in confidence, and you're not afraid to be yourself around every other person. That is something that is very beautiful, and not a lot of people have actually found that about themselves. Like, a lot of people want to know how you're doing it, how you did it, how this is, has finally transformed you into something else. But those transformations are what you need to know. Those experiences, those pain, those hurt, those life struggles or whatever, are the things that actually pushes some of all these things out, especially confidence. If you have gone through like really bad situations where you felt pain and stuff, and you were able to get out of there on your own, that gives you sort of a level of confidence. Like, that's how I see it. And I might be wrong, like in some other people's cases, or in some other people, in some other people's experience, it might be totally different. But in my experience, everything that have pushed me into knowing who I am and embracing my feminine power has been a lot of pain. So that's it, guys. This brings me to the end of today's video. I really do hope like this 5 signs just is a reconfirmation of the things you already know, that you have unlocked your feminine energy, and these signs are the signs to know. At least 2 to 3 of them should give you that reassurance that that is actually happening in your life, and you are actually walking in your power, and you already know who you are. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here and for tuning into this week's video. Like always, I do have something coming, I guess another collaboration. That is not going to be until 2 weeks, but till I see you in my next video, stay safe and bye for now.